Well, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the very first of our Delta Week calls. I'm so excited that you would take the time out to learn a little bit more about the amazing products that ASEA has to offer. We have some very special guests with us this evening. As we get started, I'd like to let you know that my name is Karen Riley. I'm the Regional Vice President of Sales for the United States here at ASEA. Been with the company for just over 6 years, and I've never before come across any kind of product or technology in any industry that even compares to what we have to offer here at ASEA. You are joining this call because someone thought enough about you to recommend learning a little bit more about these amazing ASEA products. The first part of our call is going to be focused on ASEA Redox supplement and a little bit more about the Redox biochemistry. And then the second part of our call is going to be about our new line, Renew Advanced. I have two very special guests with us this evening, Dr. Rob Ward and Ann Billings, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about them as we get started. First thing that I'd like to do is introduce you a little bit to ASEA. You know, the ASEA mission is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. You've been invited to this call to learn a little bit how we are fulfilling on that very mission. The ASEA vision statement is to become the recognized global leader in cellular health and redox-based technologies and achieve worldwide distribution of ASEA's life-changing products, financial opportunity, and culture. ASEA offers a variety of different cellular health products. When I first started at this company 6 years ago, we had the ASEA Redox supplement. 2 years ago, we introduced our first topical product with the technology, which was Renew 28. And this very year, in fact, just a few weeks ago, we introduced a new line, the Renew Advanced line, which offered a moisturizer, a cleanser, and the Intense Redox Serum. And we're going to learn all about those 5 products on today's call. First, we want to start talking about ASEA Redox supplement. One thing that you're going to learn over the course of our time here this evening is that this product is absolutely unique. It's patent protected. It's validated. It has credible science and research behind it. It is cutting edge science, which is probably why you may or may not have heard of redox science before. And it's exclusive to ASEA. In fact, it's so exclusive, we're going to show you a little bit more about how this product is manufactured in order to keep those patents protected. In order to help us understand a little bit about redox technology, we've invited Dr. Robertson Ward on the line with us tonight. He received his undergraduate BS with distinctions from Iowa State University. He went to medical school at the University of Illinois in Chicago, and he was at the University of Cincinnati College of Medicine for his family practice residency. But here's where Rob's bio gets really exciting. Dr. Ward's been in private practice since 1984. He's the owner of Project Reach clinics. These clinics have an emphasis on addiction treatment. He's the owner and director of Berea BioBalance clinics, with an emphasis on anti-aging and functional medicine. He's been an instructor at the University of Kentucky. He's a diplomat for the American Academy of Family Practice since 1984. He's a fellow with the American Academy of Family Practice since 1992. He's a member of the Kentucky Academy of Family Practice since '84, and he's a member of the Institute for Functional Medicine since 2007. He holds active medical licenses in 3 states, Kentucky, Ohio, and Utah. He's a published author, and he's the owner-operator of an amazing website called theredoxdoc.com. I consider Dr. Ward to be an expert in the field of redox biochemistry, which is why we've invited him on the call tonight. So Rob, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Why don't you share a little bit with our audience this very, very complex science in only ways that you can, because I know that after I hear how you explain redox biochemistry, it makes a lot more sense than when I have to read it in a textbook. So we're so grateful that you would join us tonight, Rob. The time is yours.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Karen. It's an honor to be here to just share a little bit about what I know and what I've come to learn about the science of redox technology. Let me just get my screen up and running. How about that?
Looks great, Rob. Thank you.
All right. So what I'd like to do is set some basic learning objectives. Let's spend some time learning a little bit about cellular health, the interface between cell health and redox science in terms of general health, and then understand some human illnesses in terms of redox perspective, some implications that might revolve around replenishing our redox molecules, and then some research that supports that concept of supplementation. And then we'll sum it up with some ideas and possibilities. So here we go. When I first learned about the idea of supplementing my body with redox molecules, it was in 2010. And I didn't know that there was an entire field of science that had emerged since I was in college in this area, but it had. And because I had no toolbox that included redox molecules in my clinical practice, there really wasn't any relevancy to me for why I would need to know about this. But my goodness, the breadth and depth of science that revolves around redox biochemistry is astonishing. Whether it be textbooks, medical journals, there's a medical journal that is just devoted to antioxidants and redox signaling alone. Not to mention conferences around the world that delve into this whole new exploding field of science. There's well over 100 published articles every month on this topic. So it's a huge thing. Okay, cell basics. Cells have very complicated machinery within them, as this diagram illustrates, and its design is to stay in balance. It is the cells, it's driven to stay in balance. The cell is a self-contained little entity, much like we are. It is self-protecting and knows how to absorb nutrients and get rid of waste products. So these things are where redox chemistry comes into play. So redox molecules are prevalent and interacting with cells as they represent catalysts in every single chemical reaction that occurs within a cell. They are a molecular resource for other chemical reactions. They are used to transmit cellular information within a cell and between cells. And they represent probably the smallest common denominator of molecules that are involved in chemical reactions within our cellular life. So cells metabolize, and the Krebs cycle is this process where cells take energy from food and convert it into cellular energy, or ATP. This is the way cells actually breathe. So we breathe as an organism, but actually cells, this is their process. It's called cellular respiration, in other words. And so redox molecules are created in the mitochondria where this Krebs cycle is taking action. These tiny molecules are created millions of times a second. There are many kinds of redox molecules. Most of the ones that we have an interest in are combinations of oxygen, hydrogen, and chloride atoms. And they have different charges. Some are positively charged, some are negatively charged, depending on the job that they have to do. So there are two categories of actions of redox molecules. In one category, they activate or catalyze the work of an antioxidant. And so the antioxidant molecules in our body, like glutathione or superoxide dismutase, they're like little rust stoppers, and they improve the way the cell works. They get rid of the rusting going on, or they might detoxify a free radical, and they improve our cellular redox potential, so we stay in balance. The second job for redox molecules is the activation of messaging inside of cells and between cells. So cells depend on being able to interact with other cells and being able to take care of business. In order to do that, there's like a conversation going on within and between cells. Without that information, the cell doesn't know how to adapt or improve or repair itself. So it's critical that we have the ability to communicate, and these little molecules are the messengers for our cells. So in a healthy cell, redox signaling molecules are in a homeostatic balance. Everybody's in balance. So there's an equal number of red and blue triangles and trapezoids in this little cell diagram. So you're seeing the mitochondria creating these little molecules, and they're going to be helpful in dealing with supplying information and resources to the antioxidant shield around the nucleus. And everybody's happy. However, in a damaged cell, you're going to see a buildup of the oxidant redox molecules as a result of damages that might have occurred from an infection or a breakdown in resources, and that nucleus is being damaged, and the cell membrane might get damaged, and my goodness, we're way out of balance. So let's step back a little bit further and take a look at ourselves and talk about a concept of distinguishing between aging and illness. It helps us to understand this in terms of redox chemistry. So aging is defined best as cells being sluggish. They're not doing their designated tasks. They look good, but they're not functioning well. And they might need to produce a hormone. Well, they're not. They're not going to produce it because they're aging and not doing as good a job. Illness, on the other hand, is a disease state where the cell actions are really causing trouble. And that sort of action is action in a pathological manner, creating major imbalances in the way cells work. So aging, therefore, isn't really a sickness. It's natural. It implies a diminished level of function, and we might identify this as developing wrinkles, having a less robust muscle mass as we age, and having somewhat diminished energy, because we might not have as many mitochondria per cell as we age, and so we're just a little slower. Like, for example, a marathon runner might want to qualify for the Boston Marathon, but if they're older, they get a slower time to make the playing field equal, because we know that an aging muscle, it doesn't have the same degree of strength and recovery as a younger muscle. So illness, on the other hand, is a state of imbalance. Cells are acting in wrong ways, not just failing to act. And this would cause, conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, coronary artery disease, asthma. These are all examples of illness. So now let's step back a little bit and look at this at a redox basis for illness. So certain conditions that are like on the left-hand side, hypertension, heart disease, Alzheimer's, stroke, obesity, type 2 diabetes, these are examples of oxidative stress, a buildup of oxidants in the cells that leads to imbalances and leads to a breakdown in cell function in a disease-like manner. On the same or flip side of that, the conditions on the right-hand side are examples of inflammatory conditions where there's a breakdown in the immune system and breakdown in messaging, and this causes autoimmune or a failure to respond or be able to produce proper balances of hormones, even a breakdown in the thyroid, for example, where the thyroid either produces too much or too little of the thyroid hormone. So this is a fun way to look at illnesses in terms of redox molecules. We can take a look at our cardiovascular system, for example, and define its health and balance based on redox capacities. So the cell vessels are lined with endothelial cells that need to take up nutrients and transport oxygen. All of this is based on redox chemistry. And so every illness like that can be categorized either as a breakdown in oxidative stress or inflammation. So let's take a look at some scientific studies on redox molecules and their impact on cells. This was a study where redox molecule supplement was applied in a tissue culture to human lung lining cells, the endothelial cells of our lungs. They're very special cells. They know how to repair themselves and replace themselves. And when the molecules were exposed to these endothelial cells, there was a huge improvement in the translocation of certain translocation factors. And this demonstrated an improvement in the way our antioxidants worked. So in this case, glutathione and superoxide dismutase production was enhanced by over 500%. And this was shown with a Western blot technique to demonstrate this improvement. So it was done with a placebo and a control. In another study here, this study looked at the toxicities of redox molecules, again, with regard to these endothelial cells. Could there be any harm in supplementing redox molecules? In fact, what if we were to expose them to, 4 times the concentration that we would normally expose these cells with normal oral intake of a redox supplement? In this study, in vitro, in tissue cultures, these little sensitive lung lining cells showed no signs of toxicity, even at very, very high concentrations. So it's safe to say that supplementing with redox molecules is not only natural, but these cells are native to our body, and these molecules are native to our body, and thus there's no concern or worry by the body about exposure to them. So Dr. David Neiman has done several studies on redox molecules, and in particular the redox molecules in the ASEA product. And he's a well-written and authored scientist who's been in the field of exercise physiology for well over 25 years. And so he sits on the board of many review boards for medical journal articles, and he's an author of over 9 books, and quite an athlete himself, by my dad. He's running many, many marathons. He works in North Carolina in the metabolomics laboratory at North Carolina Research Campus with the David Murdoch Research Institute. He designed a study that was done not that long ago, where he took well over 100 subjects, and these were women ages 20 through 75 with many risk factors, some of them who were overweight substantially. He did a double-blind crossover placebo trial, which is usually this kind of science he likes to do. And these women were given 2 ounces twice a day of the redox supplement over a period of 90 days. And he was looking at safety issues, changes in any kind of chemistry. One of the chemistries he looked at was oxidative LDL, and another marker for health, which is called 8-hydroxydeoxyguanosine. And it's a mouthful, I might say. Basically, it's an oxidized nucleoside of DNA. And so when these are lowered, we are going to be at less risk. So the results showed that oxidized LDL was 5 units per liter reduced, and that had a p-score, statistical score, of less than 0.017. And of course, larger doses may have had more of an effect. But to change our LDL score by this much is very significant to our health. In addition, the oxidized nucleoside of DNA was reduced by 6 nanograms per ml with a statistically significant score of 0.043. This is still with 4 ounces a day. And this is a very important biomarker. It represents if this is elevated or higher, you're at more risk for cancer, atherosclerotic vascular disease, and diabetes. So it's interesting to contemplate what will happen to ourselves as over years we supplement our bodies with redox molecules and provide resources that are going to improve our LDL scores, our 8-hydroxydeoxyguanosine scores, and not to mention the enhancement of the effectiveness of our antioxidants in our body. So this is a graphic illustration of what it showed, and as you can see, the difference between placebo and the application of the redox supplement is amazing. So in summary, I just think it's important to point out that we've got a very unique opportunity to be able to share and take a redox supplement that is part of an exploding field of new science. This technology operates at a very deep physiological level in our body that is upstream functionally from everything. And the impact means that when we take this supplement, there's so much of everything that's downstream. It seems as though it enhances health in just a multitude of ways, and it actually does. And the profoundness is substantial. In fact, in my own body, as I began using this nearly 6 years ago, I've noticed improvement in my joint health, I've noticed improvement in my sleep, improvement in my digestive health, and my ability to recover from physical activities like running and hiking and so forth. It's dramatic. In fact, there's been a few occasions when I've gone and kind of gotten busy and sidetracked and didn't drink this. And it truly made a difference. And when I realized what I had done, I quickly got back on track, and I felt a substantial change. Anecdotal, but true. So the ASEA company has asked me to continue to be an educational resource to people who are interested in learning. And so this website is useful to people who are wanting to share redox molecules with others. It doesn't discuss ASEA as a product. It talks about the science. There are resources across the toolbar that you can see where it reviews the redox basis of illness like I just talked about. There's a monthly newsletter that you can sign up for. There are video courses you can subscribe to. It's a lot of fun. This is an example of the newsletter, which is free, that you can get sent to you every month. This happened to be on the topic of oxidative stress. So I hope that this has been helpful and that it's not been confusing, but perhaps just provocative enough to get you to think a little bit about what might be possible for your health or someone else's. And if this is fun and interesting to you, surely explore the science more at theredoxdoc.com. There's a lot of information there that I think is useful and fun to share with others. So Karen, I again want to thank you for inviting me on the call, and I want to thank those that are involved with sharing this science with others, just to say thanks, because I know what it has meant for me and many of my patients, and if this can be something that others want to do, well, this is kind of what life's all about, helping one another.
It certainly is. Thank you so much, Rob. We appreciate all the work that you've done to help promote and educate everyone on redox biochemistry. And, you know, I just want to preface your comments here, or actually make a post note on your comments. Redox biochemistry is an emerging field of science. And in fact, if you went to Google right now, you could type in redox signaling and find more than 3 million results. This emerging field of science is not new to researchers and scientists with over 3 million results, but it is new to many of us who have never heard of it before, and it may get a little confusing. The punchline to redox signaling and the ASEA supplement is that it helps your body do what it was designed to do. Our bodies know exactly what they need to do to heal. And this product gets right to the foundation of every single one of those 75 trillion cells. You know, the power plants of our body is the mitochondria. And without the ability to have these signaling messengers, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, if our bodies stopped producing signals on what to do, how to do, and when to do, life would actually cease. Is that a true statement?
Within minutes. Within
minutes. So the world's first and foremost redox signaling research is happening today, and we have the world's first and only way to supplement our bodies with this amazing technology. So if you haven't heard of it, you know, you're not alone. It really hasn't hit mainstream until now. And with the help of you and those that invited you on this call tonight, we're going to help it hit mainstream a little bit faster and a little bit harder. So I want to thank you again, Rob, for joining us today and sharing a little bit about redox biochemistry. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next speaker here, but I want to share just a moment about the commitment that we have at ASEA to protect and promote this incredible technology. What you're looking at right now is a certificate from the NSF International group. It says that ASEA's production facility, which is located in Pleasant Grove, Utah, is GMP certified. Now, GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices, and it is regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. Now, ASEA's supplement is not FDA approved, but we do have an FDA compliant facility, and we do that so that we can protect the patents, we can protect the quality of every single bottle of ASEA Redox supplement that leaves our facility. I also want to share that if the science that Rob just shared with us is a little bit too technical and you're going to take some time to review the redoxdoc.com website, I wanted to share a little bit of peace of mind. What you'll find on the bottle of every ASEA supplement and on the pouch of every ASEA supplement is this little BioAgilytix symbol. Now, who is BioAgilytix and why does that matter to you? BioAgilytix is a partner to 21 of the top 25 global pharmaceutical and biotech companies. They average 15 years of bench experience. They're comprised of 50% of their staff that have PhDs or master's degrees at the scientist level. They have scientific leadership that is world-renowned in the area of immunogenetics, PK, and PD, and they have an esteemed industry expert in immunoassays, biomarkers, and biosimilars. So what does that mean to you? Well, that means that BioAgilytix tests and certifies that the ASEA Redox supplement does in fact contain stable, balanced redox signaling messengers, critical to the foundation of your health. Whether you're in great health and want to keep being in great health, whether you have some health challenges and you want to work on those health challenges with a native product instead of pharmaceuticals, or whether you're an athlete looking for better endurance and better recovery, the ASEA Redox supplement is something that everyone should be taking. So I'm grateful that I had an opportunity to share some time tonight here with Rob. That concludes the portion on Redox ASEA supplement. So if you joined us this evening just to hear a little bit more about the science of redox biochemistry and how ASEA Redox supplement can benefit you, I'd like to invite you to get back to the person who invited you to this call and make sure that you know how to add this great supplement to part of your daily routine. But I'd like to encourage you to stick around for a few more minutes because we have an incredible additional guest with us, and I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. But if you're just joining us, I want to share with you that the ASEA Cellular Health products really fit under the umbrella of cellular health. We have just recently introduced some very complementary products to our redox-based technologies. ASEA currently has 3 products that are redox-based technologies that work from the inside out and the outside in. We've just heard from Rob Ward on the ASEA supplement, and now we're going to focus on the outside-in products with Renew 28, the intensive serum, and 2 additional complementary products that ASEA has just introduced. I'm delighted to be introducing to you tonight Renew Advanced. This product line contains both redox supplement products as well as complementary to redox supplement products because we wanted to be able to provide people with a foundation to apply the redox-based technology products so that you got the best benefits. Now, there's no one better at ASEA to explain these amazing benefits than one of our product developers herself. She is absolutely incredible. She's one of the newest team members to ASEA. Her name is Ann Billings, and she's the Director of Global Marketing. She is a master esthetician. She has tons of, almost 20 plus years of skincare product development. We consider her an expert in this field. She has developed award-winning products that have been featured in magazines like Self, Glamour, Good Housekeeping, and more. She's a member of the Cosmetic Executive Women's Group, and she's also a member of the Direct Selling Association. And I'm delighted to say that she's, again, one of the newest members of the ASEA family. So Anne, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm so excited for the information that you're about to share with us. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen so that you can share yours and tell everybody out there all of the wonderful benefits that they can have when they use the Renew Advanced line. So welcome.
Thank you very much, Karen. I really appreciate the very nice introduction, and I appreciate the information that was given by Dr. Ward as well. I feel very fortunate to be one of the newest members of the ASEA family, and being in the industry a long time, you get to know who's real and who has what I call fairy dust technology. And one of the things that really attracted me to ASEA is its foundation. Its commitment to research and providing real products that have demonstrable benefits. And that's truly unique these days. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, but that's certainly not the case with ASEA. So I feel very privileged to be a part of the organization. I'm going to share my screen now and talk to you a little bit about the newest product line, which is called Renew Advanced. And Renew Advanced is unique in our industry. It is designed to help your skin be its absolute best, to let your own unique
Looks like Anne's having a few technical difficulties. We'll give her just a minute to get reloaded.
Oh, no.
Hi, Anne, there you are. Okay, everything's working great. Oh, looks like her screen's frozen again.
There's can control and education. Okay. Is this better?
Welcome back, Anne.
You see me now? Okay. It's a little bit about talk to you about the foundation of the product line is Redox. It's Redox signaling technology. No one else has this technology and has the ability to not only bring it as an oral supplement, but to deliver it topically to the skin. It has unique benefits. One of them being helping your skin cells renew themselves and become their best self, give you a healthier, more youthful appearance. Of course, these products as well have been certified by Bioagiletics, which is incredibly important. We want you to know that the technology is real and that it has been certified by an independent outside authority. To give you a little bit of background, we have a very high set of standards. All of the products are clinically tested. We guarantee everything. They're suitable for all skin types. You won't find complicated regimens, but you will find a very simple 1, 2, 3 regimen that works for almost every skin type. We work with dermatologists to confirm the efficacy and the nature, the gentle nature of the products, because we don't want them to cause any irritation. We do not have any animal-based ingredients. We don't test on animals. We are certified cruelty-free and vegan, which I think is very important. Our products are also gluten-free and free of any estrogenic compounds, which I know a lot of women are concerned with these days. We have a very high standard of a combination of science and nature together to create a really fantastic product line in Renew Advanced. So I'm going to be talking about the product line, and just know that every benefit I talk about has been independently clinically tested by either Dermatest or Stevens Associates. And they're both independent research facilities, and they have both confirmed the benefits of Renew Advanced. So it's a pretty simple 3-step system. You cleanse, you repair, and you replenish. Now, the cleanse step and the replenish step are what we call Redox support products. So when it comes to cleansing, we want to give your skin the perfect prep for accepting Redox signaling technology. And then repair, of course, uses Redox signaling. And the last step seals and protects that technology to make sure that your skin can take full advantage. So let's talk about step 1, which is to cleanse. This is, of course, the perfect prep. It also tones and balances, gives you a very supple, youthful feeling skin. One of the things that we tested for was not only on women, but on men. So gentlemen, if you have, if you shave like on a daily basis, a lot of men do. There's a lot more beards roaming around too, but a lot of guys shave. This is a rich and foamy enough cleanser that you can cut out one step and use it also for a base for shaving. So it truly is a luxurious cleansing experience. We have exclusive blends that we put in these support products. And you'll see these little symbols, and they correspond with the ASEA exclusive blends. I won't go into too many details. We have support products with very effective ingredients to give you the best benefit. One that I do want to talk about is the hydroxy acids. Now, you've probably seen and heard stories about very strong acids that basically burn off the outer layer of the skin and have a lot of side effects that aren't necessarily warranted or wanted. But in this cleanser, we use a natural, gentle alpha hydroxy acid. It's exclusive to us, and it helps to renew those skin cells, boost that renewal, and give you a more youthful appearance pretty quickly. Now, step 2 is a 2-part, and the first part is, of course, the Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel. This is a head-to-toe product. It's designed for you to use everywhere in your entire body so that you can see the benefits of redox signaling, not only on your face, but for the rest of your body. So here's what it does. The immediate benefits, which have been confirmed by the outside testing facilities, is healthy circulation, which is very important to healthy cell renewal. And within 4 weeks, the research shows that it improves the smoothness and the texture of your skin, and firmness and elasticity. The one thing that I thought was very attractive to me was this idea of visibly decreasing cellulite. So when you use this product, use a healthy massage, and you can visibly decrease cellulite within 4 weeks. That's a proven benefit. We have lots of great before and after pictures that you can see just by contacting the person that invited you to this meeting. Now, the second part of step 2 is a very intensive redox serum, and this is concentrated to give the absolute best anti-aging benefit to the skin. So here's what I do. I use this on the areas of my skin that are most concerned. So I would suggest you do the same. Around the mouth for me, underneath here I get these little dark lines and circles, and one thing that people believe is that those lines and circles, or the darkness or puffiness under the eye area, is hereditary, and that there's nothing you can do about it. That's absolutely not true. With this particular serum, we can help increase that circulation and remove the trapped matter underneath the eye area and visibly decrease those dark circles and improve the lines under the eyes and decrease that puffiness as well. Now, within 30 minutes of using the serum, you will see an improvement to the skin, and it will appear smoother and more radiant, and that's almost unheard of in skincare. But with the benefit of redox signaling technology, we can increase that healthy circulation, of course without causing any irritation, and give you an instant lift. And within 4 weeks, you will see a remarkable decrease in fine lines and wrinkles. It will improve skin elasticity and firmness, and lasting benefits that build. And that's very important because as you use the product and continue to use the product, you will see increasing benefits. Step 3 is our ultra replenishing moisturizer. And we really have packed this with some dynamite ingredients. The most important effect, though, is it seals and protects redox signaling technology, which you've just applied in step 2, so that your skin can take full advantage of the technology that we can provide that nobody else can. It is a great hydrator for the skin, a lovely moisturizer, and within 2 weeks, you will see increased elasticity, increased firmness, additional benefits in terms of lines and wrinkles, and it also helps provide a healthy barrier. Now, this is very important. Most of us don't live in a pristine environment, and it's very important for your skin to have a healthy barrier and a way to protect itself. Also, a way to detox is incredibly important. And this product has all those benefits packed into one. Within 4 weeks, we have been able to show clinically an increase in moisture by 43%. And that is a remarkable improvement. especially for those of you who are maybe over 40 and you've noticed that some of the natural moisture either leaves your skin very quickly or it just has become more dry overall. One thing to note though, if you have more youthful skin, you will not see any kind of an oily rebound. It does a great job of balancing this moisture and without causing any kind of irritation or side effects. We also have exclusive blends in this moisturizer. These 3 blends are very unique and interesting, and there's one that I did want to mention in particular because it really does support redox signaling in a unique way, and that is the ProBio Oxygen Complex. We use what I call NASA level ingredient that is called perfluorodecalan. It may, but it's not. It is a very oxygen attracting, very rich in oxygen ingredient. And what this allows skin to do is efficiently pull healthy oxygen from the environment and utilize it in redox signaling technology and help your cells regenerate and your skin have as much oxygen as possible. Now, you can't get oxygen from your bloodstream like the rest of your body. Your skin must get it from the air around. And this helps boost that and provides a very demonstrable benefit, as you can see in the before and after photo here. And it also helps to improve detox for the skin. This is the entire line together. And what we've done is we've taken really, truly the best of science in redox signaling and combined it with standardized natural extracts and additional high-tech ingredients to bring you a really thoughtful product line that has the absolute best benefits possible while keeping it simple and affordable and usable for almost any type of skin. It's something I personally, in my 20 years in skincare, I've never seen anything like it, and I couldn't be more excited to be part of the business. I find it incredibly interesting and rewarding, and if you're interested, please feel free to contact the person that invited you to this meeting and get to know Renew Advanced a little bit better. And do that knowing that we guarantee everything. And I really get the opportunity to visit with everybody here. And let me leave you with this thought. We have independently proven the benefits of the products, and for the entire line. The study participants that used this product line, everyone had an improvement in fine lines and wrinkles, and skin smoothness, radiance, and photo aging also improved. Now, you might wonder what photo aging is, and that is the damage that the sun has done that is in the deeper layers of your skin that hasn't quite reached the surface. And if you improve that, you can avoid some of the dark spots and discoloration that eventually will come to the surface from that kind of damage. So this is another very unique benefit associated with this really unique product line. And let me leave you this thought. We are the world's only skincare system that utilizes redox signaling technology. And you too can take advantage of this and improve the health of your skin. Because the bottom line really is that healthy skin is beautiful skin. And thank you for taking the time today to listen to me. And if you have any questions at all, contact the person that invited you, and we'll get your questions answered, and you can have healthy, beautiful skin. Thanks, Karen.
Hey, thank you so much, Anne. If you've got another couple of minutes, I'd love to invite you to stick around. We'll conclude this call, we'll turn off the recording, and then we'll open it up for some questions if you've got a few minutes. Are you free?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I want to conclude our call with just my personal story about these incredible products. Of course, I've been taking a ASEA Redox supplement for the better part of 6 years now since I've been with the company. And I can truly tell you, I've never had a better experience with a product in my entire life. This product for me has helped me sleep better. It's helped me with my endurance. I'm not an athlete, but I'm a working athlete, which means that sometimes I work into the late hours and get up in the early morning. I'm a single mother, and that comes with its own set of challenges. And I tell you, I needed as much energy as possible during those child-raising years. And this product has done so much for me and my family. And you know, the Renew Advanced line, I was blessed to have the opportunity to start using these products myself probably about 4 months ago, as we were starting with some of the testing. And I just want to tell you how incredibly addicted I am to the Renew Advanced line. You know, I'm not, Ann didn't mention it on this call, but I've heard her say it before. You know, as women, we have probably a cosmetic and a skincare graveyard in our bathrooms. And I just recently, as a matter of fact, cleared out my skincare bathroom, and I was excited to throw everything away that I wasn't using. I had old cleansers, I had old moisturizers. I'd gone through trying dozens and dozens of different products because I couldn't find something that worked specifically for my skin. And what I have found with the Redox and the Renew Advanced line is that I can use it and have great benefits. My sister, who has very different skin than I do, can use it and has great benefits. My daughter, in her 20s, has great benefits. In fact, she's now addicted to it because she's starting to use it on her children. So this is a product for everyone. As Ann was mentioning during the product part, you know, the dark circles under the eyes. Let me tell you something, gentlemen, if you're on this call and you've got some of those dark circles, Renew Advanced is for you too. I can tell you, I have seen the most incredible product stories on the faces of our associates over the last 30 days. Absolutely transformational what this product is doing for the outside of the body. And if this is what it does on the outside of the body, imagine what it's doing with the supplement on the inside of your body. So I'm excited that you would join us tonight, and I'd like to give you a special invitation to join us tomorrow evening as our founder, Tyler Norton, shares how this great company actually got its start. The call is going to be at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, June the 8th, and it's going to be on the same dial-in information as you called in tonight. And then on Thursday, we have Justin Wilson, who's our Senior Vice President of Global Sales. Justin's going to be joining us on Thursday night, and he's going to be talking about the power of network marketing and how to leverage these breakthrough products to make an impact in your lifestyle. That call is going to be at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, same call-in information, and it's on Thursday evening. And on Saturday, we're going to be wrapping up our Delta Week with a Double the Difference message from our founder, Tyler Norton. This call is going to take place on Saturday, June 11th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, again, on the same dial-in information that you used today. And Double the Difference is a challenge that we've started here at ASEA because we really want to encourage and excite our associates in doubling the difference that this product and this opportunity is having in their organizations and in their families. So if you want to learn more about the Double the Difference Challenge, we invite you to get back with us on Saturday and listen to our founder, Tyler Norton. So this is concluding our first call on the first Delta Week. We're going to be hosting these calls the first week of every month. And if you'd like to get back to the person that invited you on this call tonight to learn how to make Renew Advanced part of your daily routine, we certainly encourage you to do so. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to end the recording and take a few minutes and answer some questions.